Okay, so those that have installed it and open it like this. So we'll start with quick setup. If you have any question, you can just call his attention. He will assist you. So from the quick setup, you can set your canvas. Your canvas, that is where you will be doing most of your work. So just put it at default color, that is white there. So once it's there, leave the keyboard setting the way it is. And if your dark mode is off, you can put it on here. Then when you are done, you go to time to draw. Then click on new document. So you should have something like this. If your one is open like this, just wave your. Okay. So this is your interface for the Inkscape. This top bar here where I'm waving my mouse, that is your window bar. And this right here by the left hand side is your toolbar. That's your tool. And the bottom part is your color palette. This is where you will select colors. Then the left hand side is your menu bar. That is where you can do some settings. So before we start, we would like to do some settings to the document. Just go to File. Once you click on File, you go to Document Property. Are you there? Okay, so under Document Property, you will come to this side, this text. Then you draw the color back so you can get the black color. Or under this RGB, highlight everything, just like this. I just click on 0. Is it done? I think it's too dark. We can make it lighter. Sorry. How many of us have been able to change the color? Okay. So you come to this orientation, then click the second one. That is the landscape. You can change the color mode. You can use HSL. I'm trying to get a gray color. Something like this. If you have done something like that, also, you can assist them. How many of us have gotten the color like this? So let's continue. Once you have done that, go to your toolbar. That's the left hand side. Then click on the top one, the one that says selector tool. I will click on it. Yeah, click on it. Okay, so we'll click on a shape. Let's start with the square. Have you guys click on the square? It's at the left hand side, the one with red. Who have clicked on it? Okay. So now we'll draw a square. To draw, you can click and drag and draw like this. Are you guys seeing it? So you can click and drag to draw like this, but you want to have a perfect square. So you hold on your control and your shift. You want to draw a perfect square. You know, once you draw like this, you are moving freely. So we want to draw a perfect square. Just hold your control and shift. Click on the contour to maintain the same aspect ratio. Once you have drawn, then you release it. Who have drawn a square like this? Okay. If you are lost, you can call on Mr. Ajibara, he will assist you. So once you have drawn the square, you move to the right hand side to your menu bar. Then you click on this triple icon here to open the menu. Who has this menu open? At the right hand side, you see triple dots. Click on it to open. Who has opened it? Let me do it again. You come to the right hand side. You can look at the screen. This right hand side, this triple dot beside this bar here. Click on it. Who has opened it? What is not showing like this? Click on the selection bar. Or you type S on the keyboard. Shift, Control Shift A. You can also click Control Shift A to open it. So let's continue. If you have opened the menu like this, we are trying to align this square at the middle of our canvas. The white page in your interface, that is your canvas. So we want to align this square at the middle. So under this part that says relative to, you click on this one here. Once you hover your mouse around it, you will see the name Center on Vertical Axis. Once you have seen that name, you click on it. It will align at the middle vertically. Then the one below it, click on it, it will align horizontally. So you can do that now. If your square is at the middle now, just leave the one. Make sure you have your selector tool selected, or you click on S on your keyboard. That's a shortcut for it. Who have done that? Okay. So once you have done that and you have your square selected, you can see all this button around it, this line. So you can use this one here to resize it. If you want to resize the square, take your mouse cursor to this point here. Once your mouse cursor is at that point, hold your Control and Shift. Take your mouse cursor around this point, hold your Control and Shift, then you can reduce and increase the size. Who have done this? Just like this. You hold your Control and Shift together. Then you make sure that this point here is clicked. Then you hold your Control and Shift. Then you can zoom to increase and reduce the size. Who have done that? Who have any issue doing this? Who is having any issue? Okay, let's move on. So you can do the same thing on the left angle. You can reduce it and increase it from the left hand side while holding down your Control and Shift. You can do the same thing from the bottom. You can increase and reduce it just like this. Is anybody lost? You're lost. If you are not using the mouse, it tells you to transfer. You have to click on the right click on the top part. Okay, let's move on. So from here now, you can select any color from the color palette at the bottom. Once you have your object clicked on, you can click on any color here to change the color. Or you can drag a color and drop it. So just change the color to any color by just clicking on it. You have changed the color. Okay, so once you click on the shape again, you can reduce the height from the top, just like this. You can see how I'm reducing the height. Also, you can do that from the bottom by reducing and increasing it, just like this. Have you guys done that? Okay. So when you click on your shape once, click it again so that those angles will change. Click on your shape twice to get these points. Just like this. We have gotten this point by the angle, these curved lines. Click on the shape 2 times. Okay, so from this point, you can rotate the shape using one of the angles. Remember, if you are using your trackpad, you have to right click and click on the angle before you can move it. You click and rotate it like this. Well, I've been able to rotate it. Okay, so this point here, you can use it to like change the angle. That point at the top, you can use it to bend the angle, just like this. Also, you can use your Ctrl Z to go back. It will go back, yes. Then this one on the left and the right hand side will change the angle downward and upward. Then Ctrl Z to go back. Then you can see this point at the middle. I see this point that I'm moving. This point at the middle. So that is the center of your object. Let me reduce the size. This point is the center of your object. That is why when you are rotating, it's rotating along the point. You can see this small black icon at the middle when you are rotating. So that is the middle of your shape. And you can also move the middle of your shape to another position. So for instance, you can click and drag that point here. You can click and drag it down. We have changed the position. The middle of your shape, this point here. You can click and move it to any other position. Just like this. So once you change the position, you can see that the shape will now rotate relatively of where the point is. So you can see that the shape is rotating around where the middle of your shape is. You can see that. So you cannot do Ctrl Z to go back. So just click on your shape now. Have you clicked on your shape? What? Yeah, take it back. So click on your shape now. Once you click on your shape, then click on your square icon on your toolbar. Have you clicked that? You have done that. So you can see that there's 3 points around your shape now. There's 2 square and a circle. The circle is at the top right corner and the square is diagonal. You can see this point. Okay, so the square, you can use the square to just size the shape, just like this. You see the same thing with that other one we talked about. So then the circle, you can use it to curve the edges of the shape. So once you click on your shape, you select your square icon on the toolbar. Once you have that selected, you come to this circle point at the top right corner. Then curve the edge of your square, just like this. Who have curved the edge? Anyone having any issue? Okay, so once you have curved the edge, if you want to return it back, you go up to your window bar, you click on this angle here that says make corner sharp. Once you click on it, it will be sharp back. But you can also use it to curve the edges of the circle, of the square, sorry. Okay, so before we move to the circle tool, let's just do small something with this, with what we have talked about with the square tool. So you can delete that square and draw another one. Delete that square and draw another square using holding your control and shift. Hold your control and shift and draw another square. Once you draw the square, don't make it too big, just give it a blue color. Then you can align it at the middle. Remember how to align. Open your menu bar or you click on Shift, Control and A to open it. Then you align it at the middle of your canvas. So once you are here, just wave your hand. Small square, put a blue color, then align it at the middle of your canvas. Who have done that? Okay, so then you click on your shape 2 times to get this. You can zoom in to look at it very well. You can zoom in by holding down your control and move your trackpad, or you use the plus and minus key on your keyboard. Plus to zoom in, minus to zoom out. So just zoom in. So once you zoom in a little bit, you want to make the squares to slant a little bit. So you click on this top arrow, double head arrow at the top, this one here. Then you slant it a little bit like this. Sorry, you click the one by the side, the left hand side. The one the left hand side, not the top one, sorry. Then you just drag it down a little, just like this. Who has done that? Okay. Once you drag it down a little, you can just curve the edge by clicking on your square tool again. Then you curve the edge just a little bit. Just like this, not too much. Who have reached this point? You drag your square down by using the left side. When you double click on the square, once you drag it down, then you curve the corners a little bit. Who have done that? Who have done this here? Okay. So once you have done that, you click on your square. Then click on Ctrl D on your keyboard. Once you click on the square, click on Ctrl D. Ctrl D is for duplicate. Just click it once, leave it. Ctrl D is for duplicate. It has duplicated that your square. So now there are 2 squares. But you cannot see the second one because it's overlapped on the first one. So once you click on it, you can move with your arrow bar. Just move it down. Are you seeing the screen? You can zoom out back. Who have gotten 2 squares like this? Anyone having any issue? Ctrl D to duplicate. Once you duplicate, you drag it down. Who has gotten two squares like this? Who has gotten two squares like this? Okay. So you click on the first square. Click on the first square, hold your shift. Click on the first square, hold shift on your keyboard. Click on the second square. Yes. You have done that. So both of them are highlighted now. Then click Ctrl G on your keyboard to group them together. Ctrl G on your keyboard. Have you grouped them together? Who has done that again? So you can align it to the middle of the page now. Align it on the middle of the page. Who have done that? Okay. Once it's at the middle of your page, you do Ctrl D again. D again. You have aligned it at the middle of the page. Ctrl D, duplicate it again. Just like you did the first time. To open that menu bar, Ctrl G, group. Once you click the first shape, hold your shift, click the second one. Then click Ctrl G. Once you have duplicated it, then move it to the right. Move it to the right, take it up a little bit. Move it to the right, take it up like this. Move it to the right, take it up a little bit. Then increase the size, just a little. To increase the size, hold Control and Shift. Have you got it to this part? So we want to increase the size of the right hand side, the right one. Click on it, hold Control and Shift, then increase the size a little bit. We're trying to replicate a Windows logo. Once you have increased the size, you just align it. Who has done this? Who have done this? So just click the two together, then group it. Click the two shapes, highlight the two, then Ctrl G again. Yeah, first one, hold Shift. Or once you click your mouse, you can drag. Once you click your mouse and you're dragging on this white spot, just highlight everything inside this square. It will highlight it. Then click Ctrl G. So you can reduce the size. And then we'll move to the next shape. If you have done this, just wave. Anyone have any issue? If you have done this, just wave your hand. If you have done this, wave your hand. Okay, let's move to the next shape. That is the circle. The circle or the ellipse tool. Click on it. Once you click on it, the same way we drew the square, we can draw the circle. When you hold your Control and Shift, you have a perfect circle. Hold Control and Shift to have a perfect circle. Once you have done that, draw a circle, then align it at the middle. Draw a circle, align it at the middle. Oh, I've done that. Then click on your selection tool. You have clicked on your selection tool. So the same way we did the square, we can resize the circle. If you hold down your Control and Shift while resizing it, you have a perfect aspect ratio. That is, all the angles will be equal. But if you do not hold your Control and Shift, it's only one angle that will be increasing and reducing. So you can just resize it. The same way again, we can rotate it. Once we double click the circle, click it 2 times, then this arrow will come at the angle. Once the arrow comes, you can use it to rotate the circle. So everywhere is round, that's why it's not looking as if it's rotating. But once you change the center, just like we did for the square, we move the center here, and once we are rotating, you can see that it will be rotating along the middle. We have done that. So you can do Ctrl Z to go back. So the same function apply for the circle too. Okay, once you have done that, click on your circle. Once you click on your circle, click on the circle tool again. Click on your circle and click on the circle tool. So you can see that we have the same point, 2 square and 1 circle around it. We have 2 square and 1 circle point, just like we had for the square. So once you click on your circle, you click on the circle tool, you come to this circle point. Are you there? Put your mouse cursor on the circle point. Click and move it. Make sure that your circle cursor is outside this box, this rectangle, so that it will open like this. If it's inside, it won't open. If it's inside, it won't open. Take it outside so that it can open like this. Once it has opened, just open it small to this angle. Then you release it. We have done this. Okay, so you can just change the color and give it like yellow color. Okay. So now we want to give it an outline. Outline is just like the border color of a shape. To give it an outline, you will click on the selection tool again. Click on the selection tool. Once you click on it, hold shift on your keyboard. Click on it, hold shift on your keyboard, then you click on a black color until you have a black outline. Click on it, hold shift and click on a black color. So once you have a black outline, you come to your color palette here at the bottom where you see stroke black color. Double click on the black color. Where you see stroke black color, double click on it to open a window like this. As this open, then you go under stroke style. Click on stroke style. Let's continue. We have opened the stroke style. So we want to increase the width of the stroke. So you just come under the width, click on the plus icon to increase it. Under the stroke style, width, increase the width. You can leave it as 1.4. We have done that. You have increased the width. Okay. You can close your menu bar, click on your circle tool again and draw another circle. Hold Ctrl and Shift. You can see that it copies the same style with the previous one, but we don't want that style again. So once you have drawn your circle, we don't want this style again. So you move up to the window bar, click on this complete circle here to close it. Move up to your window bar, click on that circle and close it. Once you close it, give it a black color. Then you click on your selection tool and reduce the size. Reduce the size a little bit. Reduce your size and place it here. Reduce your size, place it here. You can double click on this your yellow main circle. Just rotate it a little bit. With your selection tool, double click, then rotate it just like this. Double click, use your selection to double click on the yellow circle. Once you have this stuff, then you rotate it so that the point will be facing here, just like this. Once you have done that, click on the black circle you did. Once you click on the black circle, Ctrl D to duplicate it. Once you have duplicated, then you can move it to the front. Then you do another duplicate. So if you have done this, so you have drawn a Pac-Man. So you can highlight everything, then you group it. Highlight everything and group it, Ctrl G. Who is lost? Okay. So if you have done that, just group everything. Highlight everything and group it. Once you highlight it, Ctrl G to group it. Then you can reduce the size. Reduce the size and take it off. Who have done that? Okay. So let's continue now. So we want to combine the two shapes to form a logo. So we'll start with the square. Click on your square. Hold your Control and Shift again to have a perfect square, just like this. Once you draw the square, align it at the middle. Click on Control Shift A to open the alignment menu. Control Shift A to open the alignment menu. Yes, Control Shift A. Once it's open, you align it to the middle. That is vertically and horizontally. Vertically and horizontally, just like this. So we want to give it an outline. So give it the orange outline. Hold your Shift and click on the orange color. Yes, hold Shift. So once you click on it, click your selection tool. Then just come and click on this big X on your color palette to remove the fill color. You click the big X on your color palette to remove the fill color. So you have something like this. So once you have done that, you can zoom in and curve the edge. Curve the edge more. Click your selection tool, click on the tool, then click on your square tool, then you curve the edge more. Just like we did the first time. Just like this. We have done this. Orange outline, remove the fill color, then you curve the edge. Click on your stroke menu also. Under stroke style, increase the width. Who is there? Okay. I'm done. Once you have curved the edge, then you draw a circle. Once you curve the edge, draw a circle. If you copy the same previous style, go to your menu bar at the top and close it. Click on the whole circle there. Once you close it, draw another circle. Align the circle at the middle. Give the circle orange outline also. Remove the fill. Then you click on the stroke menu and increase the thickness. Under stroke style, increase the width. Increase the width to 2 point something. Then you reduce the size to be at the middle. Well, I've done this. Give the circle just outline. Increase the width. Align it at the middle, then reduce the size to be inside the square. Well, I've done this. Well, I've done this. Is anyone lost? Or go. Who is there? Who have done this? Okay. So we'll draw another circle. Or you just click on the one you have drawn and click on Ctrl D to duplicate it. Click on the one you have done, click on Ctrl D, duplicate it, then you move. So for this one, I want to give it a color. Just select a color. Once you click on it, select a color. Orange. Once you have selected a color, just reduce it and place it here. So once you have done this, you have done Instagram logo. So who have done this? Okay. Anyone lost? You can highlight it and group it. Highlight it, Ctrl G to group it. Ctrl G to group it, highlight and group it. Then you can reduce the size. Just take it off. Well, I've done that. Okay, so let's move to the next shape. That is star and polygon. Star and polygon under the circle tool. Click on it. Star and polygon. Once you click on it, just draw something. Don't hit star. So go to the top menu bar. Beside change, click on the polygon and make your corner 3. You will get a triangle. If you're having a star, go to the top menu bar, click on this polygon icon and make your corners 3. You will get a triangle. Well, I've done that. Okay. So I've drawn a triangle. Okay, so you click on your selection tool. The same way we did the circle and square, we can increase and reduce the size. Also, once you click again, you can move the angle from the right. You can do that from the left also from the top. You can make it italic. So also once you double click, click your selection tool, double click. So from this angle now you can rotate the circle, the triangle. So click on Ctrl Z. So once you've done that, click on your triangle, click it again. This is your center, this point at the middle. But before you do that, let's compress our triangle a little bit. Just like this. Reduce the width just like this to be like this, sharp. Let me do that again. Once you click your triangle, from the width, you can reduce it to get something like this. That's the right hand side. Reduce it to get something like this. Who have done this? Who is lost? Okay, click on the triangle again. Once you click on it, you can move your center down to the bottom. Move your center down to the bottom. This small point here, move it down to the bottom. Who have done that? Who have done that? Okay. So click on it, then click on Ctrl D to duplicate it. Click on it, click on Ctrl D, duplicate it. Once you have duplicated, click on it again. Once you click on it again, then you rotate it to the right to get something like this. Once you have rotated, you can move it just like this. Rotate it and move it like this. Then once you do that, you do Ctrl D again. Click on it, then you rotate it again. Then you move it to this other side. So let's rotate it with this one. The top one, duplicate the top one. Then you rotate it. Or you can just highlight these two. Ctrl G to group it. Highlight the two of them. Yeah, no, not making it. Sorry. Once you do that, you do Ctrl D to duplicate it. Once you duplicate it, move up to your window back. This object flip, you will flip it horizontally so that it will turn like this. Then once you flip it, you click and move it. You flip it horizontally and vertically to get something like this. Who have done something like this? So you can move you can ungroup them. Once you highlight everything, right click, then you click on ungroup. Highlight everything, right click on ungroup. So once you have upgrouped them, you just space it up a little bit. Once you highlight it, right click, you see ungroup. Just space it up like this. Who have done something like this? Who have done something like this? Can just group it and reduce the size. And let's draw another triangle. Click on your star and polygon tool, you draw again. If you're having a star, you change it to polygon, then reduce the corner to 3. Change it to polygon, reduce the corner to 3. Then you click on the triangle 2 times so that you can rotate it just like this. Once you rotate it, just align it at the middle. To open your alignment menu, click on Shift Ctrl A. Shift Ctrl A to open the alignment menu. Align it at the middle. Then you reduce the size. Who have done it? Who is lost? Okay, so you just select a green color. If you have an outline, you can remove the outline by holding Shift. Then you click on this red X to remove the outline. If you had an outline like this, click on the shape, hold down Shift, and click on this red X here to remove the outline. You have done that. Okay, once you have done that, duplicate your triangle. That is, click on the triangle and click on Ctrl D. Click on the triangle, click on Ctrl D. Then you move it down. Click your triangle, click on Ctrl D, move it down. Then you duplicate it again, Ctrl D. Then you move it down a little. Sorry. So I'm coming. Duplicate it, move it down. Then you duplicate it again. Then you move it down. Just two, three, just like this. Once you duplicate it, you move it down. Who have done something like this? Is anyone lost? Okay. So you can highlight the three of them. Group it, then align it at the middle. Highlight the three, group it, align it at the middle. Once you align it at the middle, you click on your square tool. You draw a straight rectangle like this. If your rectangle is curved, move up to the window bar and click on this angle here to remove it. If your rectangle is curved, yes, click on the square tool, then click and drag. Don't click on Ctrl and Shift so that you can move it freely, and just click on something straight like this. No, don't rotate it. If it's curved, move to the main window bar up, then you click on this angle, make corners sharp. So once you have done that, you just align it at the middle. Then you can group it with the rest. Or I've done something like this. Okay, so we can reduce it. So now let's combine a triangle with another shape. We are combining a triangle and a circle. We are combining a triangle and a circle. Just draw a triangle. Draw a triangle like this. Once you draw a triangle like this, rotate it down like this. The sharp point to be pointing down. Just like this. Once the sharp point is pointing down, you draw a circle. You hold your Ctrl and Shift so that the circle can have the same aspect ratio. Once you have done that, just place it at this angle. Then give it the same color. Well, I've done something like this. Well, I've done something like this. Make sure the triangle is, the sharp point of the triangle is pointing down. Then you draw the circle and place it on top. Who have done something like this? You have done. Just highlight the two of them and group them. Once you have done that, reduce the size. Then place it up. Reduce the size, place it up. Who have done something like that? Who is lost? Okay, let's draw a rectangle. Draw a rectangle, give it a red color. Once you have drawn a rectangle, you have given it a red color, curve the edge. Curve the edge just like this. Then align it at the middle. Draw a rectangle, curve the edge, align it at the middle. Once you have done that, then you draw a triangle again. Let the sharp point be pointing towards the right hand side. Then give it a white color. Give it a white color, then align it at the middle. Oh, I've done something like this. Oh, I've done something like this. Who is lost? If you have done something like this, just highlight the two and group it. Highlight the two and group it, Ctrl G. Oh, I've done that. Oh, I've done that. Is anyone lost?